Hello Aries, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still pretty new. It's just over a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And if you've already subscribed, if you subscribed today, thank you all so much. Thank you, subscribed or not. I'm just really happy for you all to be here with me. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing a series. It's a action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book 1, and I've read it aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for free. Just know that book 2 is already published and available, and all the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. Also, if you would like a personal reading, the information for that is also in the description box. Welcome back, everyone. Just so that you know, I'm having some dental issues. I'm in a little bit of pain. I have a stiff jaw and also slightly stiff tongue, like on the side where I have pain. That side of my tongue is a little bit painful and a little stiff as well. So I sound a little bit different today, and I'll probably be speaking more deliberately and slowly, so please bear with me. So welcome and welcome back, everyone. I am set up for autumn now. It's really exciting. I found some fairies and gnomes that are decorated for autumn, dressed for autumn. I was really happy to find that. If you were here with me in the springtime, you may remember me being set up with little fairies and gnomes on here, and I just loved it so much, and I was so happy to find them in the autumn style. Here is your abundance visual. I was so happy to find a little tiny cornucopia, which has pretty much like the original abundance visual. What that means is you look at it and it brings the energy, the vibration of abundance into your life. So I know it's really tiny, guys, so I put it on a piece of merlinite so that it's powerful and giving off some really good vibes. I'll just show you where I set it so that you know where it is. Right there. Okay, as long as it's still in the shot, you know where it is, you can see it. So you guys, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I bought some new decks for certain seasons, and I've been hanging on to these. So excited to use them today. This is the Tarot Mucha. It's by Los Scarabo. It's not really by Alphonse Mucha, but I have been a fan of Alphonse Mucha since I was a teenager. So that's many, many, many years. I really love these cards. The back of them, look at it. It just said autumn to me, and it is also really Allison. So if I need to clarify, I'll use the Tarot of the Cloisters as I've been doing, and I have another new deck, an oracle deck that I saved for autumn and for winter, the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. If you get one card, I'll be reading from the book for that at the end. If you get more than that, I am to read them intuitively, and that is what has been happening, and it's been really great messages. And I'm also going to pull you some cards from the Tea Leaf Fortune card deck by Ray Hepburn and illustrated by Shauna Alexander. So as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. That is the plan that you wrote for your own life before you incarnated. You wrote it as your higher self so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain important lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom encoded in your soul. It is possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime, but if you can manage to rise lifetime after lifetime, or even significantly during a single lifetime such as this one, you may be able to become what we call enlightened, like Buddha, like Jesus, and many others that we know affected a great deal of positive change for humanity and for our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it is a lot like looking at your destiny, but it isn't exactly, because of your very powerful free will. There are times things happen in our life that we had no control over, but we do write them into our divine blueprint that way. Those times are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune and or a large amount of major arcana cards in your spread, which you have neither. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. All right, so let's get started. The first card that you have here is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups can mean a lot of stuff. You could be celebrating right now. You may be getting married. You may have gone to a wedding, or you're about to go to a wedding. This can be just hanging out with friends. You see, when it's not a love situation. Okay, this can be you just hanging out with your buds and partying and enjoying yourself. Okay, if this has to do with a love relationship, then I think what you're doing is you're thinking about a reconciliation, perhaps a reunion, or if you're not in separation, getting married. Okay. Now the card that crosses what's at the heart of everything for you at this time is the Seven of Cups. So this Cups is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and that's emotion. It's usually love and intuition. Okay. Now, for some of you, if you're hanging out with your friends and, you know, a wedding or some kind of anything like that, any kind of celebration, you may be doing that too much because too much drinking or too much smoking, like cannabis or, you know, partying down can fog up your mind. It can really confuse you. That's one of the reasons we meditate, because life can be confusing without all this stuff. So when we sit and meditate and just let our mind run, things become clearer. But when we avoid meditating, when we avoid not, you know, meditating with a clear mind, then what we're doing here is we're just getting more confused. However, the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups together equal the Ten of Cups, and that is a happy home life. That's a happy marriage. So I'm feeling that for probably most of you, that's what you're thinking about here. There's some sort of love relationship, because this is all love and intuition, but your intuition is clouded right now, and it may be because of too much partying. If you are in separation in a love relationship, it may be because of a third party situation. Okay, now a third party situation isn't always like the other man or the other woman. Sometimes it's like someone works too much or goes fishing too much or something, and you're always dealing with that with your other person, or vice versa, something. You see what I'm getting at? So there's some real confusion here when it comes to this energy. You just don't know what to do. So I would suggest meditating and doing it with a clear mind. You know, if you enjoy a glass of wine each night, if you enjoy having some cannabis before bed, or even if it's part of your medicine, do that meditation for however long you can. You know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but do it sober. And then later on, maybe, you know, have that glass of wine. But when it comes to this, sit down sober and meditate. It would be best out in nature, well hydrated, very comfortable, and meditate, and you should be able to, you know, what you need to do may come into you. Okay? Now, this is what's at the root of everything. Air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is the queen. So this is the feminine energy. And normally this person here is the kind of person who goes through a lot of personal pain. They're usually widowers or widows, because I don't do gender on this channel. When I get a king or a queen, it's just a feminine or masculine energy, but the personality of the king or queen is what you need to look at. So this is somebody who has endured a lot, but they become better, not bitter. That's why they're an inspiration. But when they're in the reverse, they become bitter. This is somebody who's mature in body, but not mature in spirit, or simply just really angry right now. There's no trust or emotional peace. This is someone who speaks sharp words. Sometimes they're bigots. Okay, I've been getting bigotry from this person. Deceit. Okay, so this is somebody who is in their distorted feminine energy. Okay. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. Okay, so this is your recent past that's moving out of your life at this time, this energy here, and this is one of the creepier cards of this deck. This is judgment, okay? So this is an ending, because this is a 20. All 10s are endings. Like when I totaled your 3 of Cups and your 7 of Cups, that would be the happy ending, the happily ever after. This is the time of judgment. This is the reckoning. This is the rebirth. Except this is what actually happened for you. It's actually in the reverse. You may have had poor judgment. You may be dealing with some sort of disappointment, like a judgment was not made in your favor. You may be dealing with a divorce, and the judgment was not made in your favor. You know, maybe the other person got the kids or the house or something like that. But it just depends. You know, you may have made a poor decision a long time ago, and then it came back to you. Okay? So, but that's leaving your life now. Okay? Alright, so these 2 cards right here for me as a reader are future cards. And the first thing that I notice here right away is that these are both 4s. You have the 4 of Swords and you have the 4 of Pentacles. We'll start with the 4 of Swords. This is the meditation that I recommended you do. Sober. A clear mind. Okay? Now when we look at this card here, even though these are stained glass windows, that's obviously Jesus and the apostles. When I look at this card, I kind of feel like these are people outside the window. And this is you. You got to put everybody and everything outside. And I'm feeling that all these people, they could be all like this too. You know, they may be people, but they also may be ideas, things that are confusing you. Just put those out of your mind for a while and do the meditation. Now, this may bring you some peace of mind, because the 4 of Swords, the swords are all about the mind. They are all about intellect. That's why when this queen is upright, she has the intellect. She is intelligent enough to see how to not become bitter when it comes to these experiences. She looks deep into herself and she sees the truth of the matter, and she's very fair. She's very balanced. Okay, but when she's in the reverse, she's not. But so truth, swords mean truth. These are all swords of truth. The whole suit of swords is connected with people who are armed for a living, you know, an authority. But it's truth is what I'm trying to relate to you here. So this is the meditation where I believe you'll be able to find the truth, and maybe you'll be able to get the 7 down to 4 things. And then once you get it down to 4 things, then there's the 3 is up here. And the 3 of swords is heartache. So what I'm seeing right here is that there's these 3 swords. Once you put all those 3 together in a row, then you will be at peace. Then you will find the truth, the underlying truth. See how this sword is underneath this guy? Or this statue or whatever? The truth or the way to go. See, I'm feeling like this is kind of like an arrow. It'll finally come out. But you're going to be holding back. All right? Now, you might be holding back with your money, but because this feels very much like a love reading, even if you are just, you know, dating or hanging out with your friends, you may be hanging on to your money, but you also may be holding back from doing anything at all, because these are 2 4s, and that makes 8. And when you have an 8, it's just a constant loop, 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 loop. There's something that you got to do. If you just sit there and hold back, you know what I mean? If you know where you're supposed to go and then you don't do it, it's just going to be a loop. Okay? However, if you realize that you're just sitting there and you're not doing anything, and then you meditate and get down to the nitty-gritty, to the truth of the whole deal, then maybe you'll have some movement there. Okay? But this, look at how stubborn this king looks. And when I put him down, when I was dealing the cards, I kind of thought this may be the emperor, but he wasn't. That's your card, Aries, the emperor. And I'm like, oh, well, he is a king. Right? He's crowned with money. Like, that's all he cares about. Sometimes this is a sarcophagus. Like, this guy wishes that he had known the truth before he was killed off by this heartache. I don't even know why I just said that. Yeah, this guy looks very obstinate. This guy, the 4 of coins is called the miser. Okay? He looks very stubborn. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do anything. Oh, well, then, you know, what can I say? But you know what? I mean, if you're just hanging on to your money because you don't have a whole lot, say you're just like not overspending and, you know, you're just paying your bills and stuff, that's all good. That's all good. Then that's good to do, okay? But I can't help but say the things that Spirit is showing me with this 4 and the 4, this is an 8. It's just looping back and forth, if that's the story that you guys are resonating with. My jaw is stiff, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so here is your hope card, and I'll just show it to you in the right side up. This is the 5 of swords. Okay, so this is more intellect going on here. Yeah. Now this is when people have a conflict, they say sharp words. This is when people get one up on each other. This is gossip. This is jealousy, envy, betrayal. sometimes trouble with an old enemy. This is a lot of crap. What I say this is usually is a bunch of adults acting like children, okay? However, you've got this in the reverse, so I'm happy to see that. You already know that there's some people around you who have been acting like children. Maybe it's these people. You know, maybe this is all they're doing is just, you know, just partying down and acting like children. Maybe they're all really only mature in body but not in spirit. Okay? So you've already recognized that. That's why you're trying to figure out what to do, or that could be why you're overindulging in stuff to forget about it. That could be why you're holding back. Maybe you're not hanging out with these people right now. Maybe you're holding on to everything, you know? So I'm really happy to see this Five of Swords in the reverse, because intellectually your mind is like, that's dumb. I don't like that. That's crap. So I'm hoping for the reversal. I'm hoping to have victory over this jealousy, over this gossip, over this fray. I just heard there's been a fray. And this is also personal problems. So if you are overindulging, then you're hoping to overcome that. You may not even know that. Okay? But definitely this situation this is negativity. It looks like it's all centered around one person. And it would be a one person who's in charge. This is a boss. This is a feminine. Yes, it could be a woman. Or it could be somebody who is very feminine, a man who is feminine. And I'm not saying that a man is they're only feminine like when they speak feminine or they act feminine with their body language. Feminine men are those who are nurturing and loving and kind. They can be just as masculine as other men on the outside, but if they're very kind and nurturing, that's also feminine, okay? But anyway, so this is the root of everything. Actually, it's this. This is the root of everything. This person who's in charge here, the main feminine energy in all these feminine energies right here. Whoever's in control, this is the root of the problem. So you're hoping to overcome that. This is your current state of being or environment. And I am not surprised to see this. The Eight of Pentacles. This is working hard. Look at him. He is working hard. And you, Aries, are hard workers. That's what you do. But what I'm feeling from this, I'm getting this 8 again. Okay? Like I feel like you're keeping to yourself, because look at, he's working all by himself. And he's not a king. He's a normal guy. You know, this is not you. I think you know that. I just wanted to point that out because I know that. Yep. So you're just holding back. You're just working hard because that's who you are. That's what you do. This is your fear card. So that seems to be in order. A lot of people don't like the Tower card. So if the Tower card as a fear card is in order, you know what I mean? Well, you know, this is a sudden change. This is part of your energy as well. This is connected to Mars. So this is a ginormous sudden change, okay? But if it was upside down, that would be being stuck in a rut, stuck in that eternal 8 energy that I was just saying. So because you got this as a major arcana card, I feel like it is a message that even if you are feeling that there may be a tower moment like this coming intuitively because of this, the sword and the water energy that we seem to be focusing on here, it's going to be more of an epiphany. You see how the lightning knocks off the crown? I just got a vision of this queen's crown getting knocked off. Now, I just said that this isn't you, this queen. I can't explain that. I'm trying to... If that queen goes down, then everybody underneath her does too. Oh. Look, guys. Now, I just got this deck. I didn't even really, I didn't look at the pictures as closely as I'm being shown this right now. These are the falling people, okay? That's the man. And there's just nothing underneath him. But then when we look at the woman, she's holding her head because her crown came off. That's her. So I think that whatever you're involved in, you're afraid that it's going to fall apart because it wasn't built on a strong foundation. In fact, in the Thoth deck, the 4 of Pentacles is called power, because in that deck, it focuses on the stability of the number 4. 4 is the number of stability, which is one of the reasons that when you put 4 and 4 together and you get 8, it goes back and forth. That's a stable loop, isn't it? This is stability. Okay? You find stability through your peace of mind, through rest, through meditation. You can find stability with hanging on to your money and not overspending. But like I said, this is also called power in the Thoth deck. And that's because this card in that deck represents the new foundation, the strong foundation upon which, upon which a new tower that will continue to stand, that cannot be knocked down. That's what's being built here. Okay, the only thing that's coming to mind here is you're hoping for some mercy. This is Taurus energy. There may be a Taurus in your life that you're hoping will have mercy on you. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Also, he is the key. In fact, he's got 2 of them. He is the number 5. That is change. When you add a 1 to the stability of the 4, it brings change. It brings the instability of change. Okay? Now, the Hierophant is a lot of stuff. This is big business, large institutions like religions. This can be a teacher. This is someone who is a scholar. This can also represent traditional things like marriage. So if you're going through a divorce, you may be thinking about this. If you are not, then this is this. this large institution. But what I'm feeling is that you're wishing for some mercy. The Hierophant is somebody that you can go to for mercy. And people go to the churches and stuff for food and for clothes and help and stuff like that all the time. So maybe what this is you're going to go talk to somebody who's very wise. Okay? After your meditation, you may go and talk to somebody, and then they may offer you the key to this, to rectifying this situation, because of how wise they are. Okay? Now the underlying energy here is victory. But this isn't just, okay, there's a lot of victory cards. The Ace of Swords, the Chariot, those are victory cards. But the types of victory change. The Six of Wands is public victory, being celebrated publicly. This is the knight that comes home and is celebrated. This is your own energy, fire energy, along with Leo and Sagittarius. But 6 is also the number of love. So, you know, okay, so now what I'm feeling here is that with this energy right here, where I feel like you're just keeping to yourself, it's because of this public. You may be in the public eye, and this is how you want to look to your public. And so right now, since you're in this confusion, you're in this trouble, not trouble, but this situation with this upside down Queen of Swords, you're keeping to yourself until you know what to do. Okay, yeah, because this Knight of Wands hasn't come in yet. Knight of Wands for me means moving your residence, but it's also charging ahead passionately. So this is what I'm saying. You're kind of stuck right now. You're not charging ahead. Okay, like the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords are the faster knights, and this one is full of passion, full of fire. You know, when people say, I'm on fire, you know, it's that kind of deal. But he's in the reverse. He's not going anywhere, really. And 4 of Cups. There's another one. Okay, so you might as well, you might want to go ahead and look up angel number 44. And then go ahead and look up angel number 444. Okay? Because you got another 4. You're tired of being bored. You don't want to be bored anymore. Yeah, and it all started with this queen. Yeah, this is about a queen. There's a queen here, okay? This feminine energy, she started out like this. This is a nurturer. This is somebody who's very kind. But look at her face. Okay? For a nurturer, like a doctor or a nurse, or even like a parent, like a mother, this is what she looked like at first, but this is what she really is. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get your oracle cards and close out your reading. Please don't forget to like and to subscribe. They're free for you, but they really help me out. Also, if you have time, please check out my books. Everybody that I know loves them. It's a different type of story. And you can listen to me read book 1 for completely free and see if you like the story. Thanks so much, guys. I love you guys. All right. Let's see what. Wow. Okay, so we will not be reading from the book. Wow, your spirit guides have a lot to say. Okay, wow, we may not even get the tea leaf cards out because you've got so many wisdom cards. Oh. Let's see what we've got. Oh. Yeah, union. Okay, so, so whoever's spirit guides sent this card, then that's what this is about. That's what I was feeling. There's a reunion. A union or a reunion that you're thinking about. You just don't know how to go about it because somebody is really mean. Look at this picture. I just love it. And there again, this person has the lotus on her head, which is the true crown. That's the crown chakra. Not some metal crown. The true crown. Beauty. Oh, beauty. So I feel like you know the difference between beauty and ugliness. And I think that your guides are telling you to look for beauty because you've been dealing with ugliness. You've been dealing with ugliness. And you want beauty. Who doesn't? You know what? Nobody wants to just work. Nobody comes to Earth to just work all the dang time. This is an eternity, nobody is going to stop you. They're like, wow, they're working hard. All right, so looking for beauty. I really like this picture because it reminds me a lot of the depiction that's on my wall here for my channel. There's I have two pictures. They face each other on either side, and it's a woman with a very long neck, and her hair is basically flowers. I love that. Oh, peace. Okay, so that is obviously, well, to me, that's Mary, the mother, and Jesus. You got the lamb here. Whoa, you guys are rams. Look at that. You're looking for some peace. This is what they're talking about here. Okay, so they're trying to reiterate. They're saying, Aries, you need peace. So this meditation will help you find that. First of all, meditation is peaceful, but when things become clear, then you do have peace of mind. And when you have peace of mind, you usually feel peaceful. Adventure. Wow. So, once you get through this, I think that adventures are waiting for you. Like, I've been seeing this Eiffel Tower for a long time and see it a lot, like for the last year. So who knows, you might be going to Paris. She's on the back of a butterfly or a moth. This woman is in a pink dress that is rather lovely. Okay, well, yeah, I think, there's new adventures and new beginnings waiting for you. Oh my goodness, harmony. They're saying just do it this way. Hope and patience. Look at all these good things. Oh. New beginnings. Look at something about a baby. Harmony with music. And what this is saying to me right here is maybe when you visit this Hierophant, because you'll notice that he looks like a pope. I always say this, in a lot of decks he looks like the pope. In other decks he looks like a cleric, like a wizard, like Merlin, or a druid. So these two together, maybe harmony, the key to harmony. If you speak to this person, or, you know, maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll understand which cup to choose. And hope. Never lose hope. And when I see this card, this is the Six of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is also like a Christmas tree, and you see the white dove of peace. Now the Six of Pentacles is a card of karma, but of good karma. All the good things that you do will come back to you. And I feel like this angel is praying for you. Oh, but you do need to have some patience, because you won't be able to see where you're going the whole way. Patience and faith. And this is your inner child. She or he doesn't want to see something. Okay, wow. All right. I think we're going to stop there. I don't think that the tea leaves are needed. If I go too long, my phone automatically cuts the video into two, and then I have to splice them together. So I try to keep them under 45 minutes, and I'm already at 42. So I think that you're going to find out what to do. Definitely. Okay. I really recommend the meditation. I think that you're going to speak to someone who's going to help bring this change. And then all of it, all of your oracle cards are good, are exciting, healing, and beautiful. But it's going to take patience, and your inner child needs to see something. Ask your inner child to take their hands down, to see things probably about themselves that maybe they don't want to know. Your inner child, a lot of people, they don't understand, or they don't realize rather, that it's their inner child who is running their life. And that's why we have things like grown adults acting like children. So if you can mature inside, you can mature your inner child inside, you'll feel that peace. You'll have that healing. It's because it's your inner child that has gone through so much, that is confused and doesn't know what to do. But, you know, sometimes if we can get our inner child to heal, we have much more peace of mind. We have a much better life. We bring in better things. This is going to be awesome, Aries. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how all this turns out. But be patient, okay? That's what I have for you at this time. Now, you have almost of the control here, because you've got Judgment, you've got the Tower, and you've got the Hierophant. So that's 3 out of 10 cards in your spread. So most of this is in your control, okay? All right, Aries, I hope you enjoyed your reading. See you next time.